People talk today about big pharma and current worldwide events, but a lot of people miss the biggest user of big pharma is the liberal arts theoretical pseudoscience of psychology. Hello, it's December 2021, and I'm going to be talking about something that relates to current worldwide events and what's being imposed with regards to that, primarily those who are not going along with those narratives. And this video is really inspired by two individuals. One is a firefighter, I believe, and the other one is a real doctor, and how they've been detained, as a descriptive, by the liberal arts theoretical pseudoscience of psychology in their institutions. And as far as what I can gather from this, their detention in this pseudoscience institution is based on them not going along with whatever's being imposed. Now, the latest I heard of the doctor, I believe he's being released the next day or two or something. They're filling out forms and everything else, which is great. The thing is, though, what we see on an individual basis with this doctor going through the official processes, sure, he may be successful. And as I've said in other videos, all these things that are being imposed will evolve. And if there's loopholes or something that people are being successful with now, it's going to evolve where those little loopholes to get people out won't exist. I'm not trying to sound pessimistic, but it's reality. We just have to observe how more than 60% of people convicted of anything are actually innocent, because the system overall evolves to, for example, serve their own purpose. Some may even call it their own agenda. Call it what you will, but it evolves. Sometimes it evolves in a good way, but what we're seeing in this late stage of the last stage of civilization, the age of decadence, is it's evolving not for the benefit of society or individuals within society. And this kind of ties in with the freemen on the land types, and again, I don't advocate for them. I really don't advocate against them. As I've said many times, there's foundations of truth to what they talk about, but a lot of what they talk about, especially their approach, is, I'll just say it's not working for a reason. And I've talked about this in other videos. And what I'm really highlighting here is, some might call it contracting. Now, everything that we do, we engage, especially with any kind of governing bodies or institutions or anything, you're contracting with them, in a sense. Now, I'm not telling people what to say, think, or do, or how to handle anything. I'm just simply presenting some facts. Do with it what you will. But if you accept the authority of this pseudoscience, now you're playing by their rules. You're playing their game. And if there's an agenda or something behind it, how do you think that's going to play out? As I've said, right now, some individuals might be finding those loopholes or, going through the official process. But what happens when that's not available or that doesn't work anymore? Now, I've mentioned in a video it's actually a video clips that evolved into its own standalone video, where I highlight a lot on how the pseudoscience is being used as a weapon, many different ways on many different levels. And it's this weapon that is coming up. And I predicted this last year, and it appears now we're starting to see this start to evolve. So again, another prediction of mine is coming true. And I don't want to be right about any of this, but it is what it is. So accepting that authority, and that authority from the liberal arts theoretical pseudoscience of psychology. I'm just going to say pseudoscience. If they deem someone incapable of making any kind of decisions of any kind, for example, their well-being, then the way the overall system is structured is you don't have any say. And this leads into forcing people to do whatever against their will. And these video clips really highlight that. And one of the clips that I've used was an individual who was physically being forced. It's scary to think that this is the world that we live in. So a lot of people say, well, I can't be, they can't force, they can't. Well, they can. There are circumstances where they can. And especially if you're in custody. Now, all of a sudden, those who have custody over somebody can, as a descriptive, force someone to do something against their will. And it's well established how they can do this. I'm trying to really word craft here. That's why I'm kind of stuttering, pausing, word crafting my point here. So there's ways that people can be forced. They can only be forced, though, once, in this topic of this video, is you accept the authority of the pseudoscience. If you don't accept their authority, which the Rosenhan experiment, and this leads into a Rosenhan type of defense, would mean that they can't impose using that. So you're now taking away their ability to deem you not being able to make your own informed conclusions. And there's a lot of people on other topics that are making their conclusions uninformed. Anyway, that's something else. So, and this really, I guess, to conclude this, is the Rosenhan defense. So you have a choice. Either you accept the pseudoscience's authority or you don't. Again, I don't tell people what to say, think, or do. You use this information however you want, and it's on each individual. A lot of people will cherry pick this pseudoscience and say, oh, there's some good, and there's really nothing good about it. You have to look at the overall big picture on this. And I've talked about my knowledge, different knowledges, first-hand knowledges on the pseudoscience. Take what you will from this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.